All right, everyone, please be seated. Counsel, you may proceed.
Take on Jack Frost.
Good morning, sir. Please raise your right hand and take the
Do you swear and affirm the testimony that you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. Please be seated.
State your name for the jury, please.
Yes, my name is James Frost, also known by Jack Frost,
How do you spell your last
F-R-O-S-T,
name? Where are you currently employed?
with the District Attorney's Office
In what capacity?
as an investigator.
In this circuit?
That's correct.
How long have you been an investigator in this circuit?
For about 2.5, 3 years,
Prior to this position, where were you employed?
with Liberty County Sheriff's Office
In what capacity?
as an investigator.
How long have you spent in law enforcement throughout your entire career?
Been in law enforcement for 25 years.
So let me direct your attention to Friday, December 2nd, 2022. Were you the on-call detective on that date?
I was.
And did you have occasion to be dispatched to a particular location?
I did.
Where was that?
It was off of Barrington Ferry Road on a dirt logging road.
And did you respond to that location?
I did.
And when you got there, what did you find?
There was a deceased female torso that was missing 2 legs and a head.
And where was that torso located? What county?
It was in Liberty County.
And are you familiar with that part of Liberty County?
I am.
How familiar are you?
Fairly familiar that it's pretty rural and planted pines and swamp area, and there's also a historical site not far from there.
Describe the weather conditions that day and the days leading up to that day.
It was kind of unseasonably cool for November for southeast Georgia. I believe the lows had gotten in like the 40s and 50s for a couple of nights up to the 2nd.
Did you manipulate that torso in any way whatsoever?
I did touch a piece of it when I was taking pictures, but other than that, it was not moved from its location.
So you were close enough to the torso that you were able to touch it.
That's correct.
Did you detect any odor?
Not really.
Who all was on the scene when you arrived?
There were several hunters in the roadway. Down with the deputy, it was Shane Martin and Brian Del Rio, and then there was Lieutenant Anthony Brown that was also on scene in the setting up crime scene tape.
Do you recall about what time of day it was?
It was around 1650, which is 4 p.m., 4 to 5 p.m. is when the call came out.
What were the daylight conditions like?
It was dusk
How long did you remain at the scene?
until about 2 a.m. on the 3rd.
And while you were at the scene, attending the torso that had been found, was anything else found by any other person?
There was a black Husky tote and a Milwaukee brand knife that was discovered just at the entrance of the logging road where it met Barrington Ferry Road.
And were you present when the knife and the tote was discovered?
That's correct, I was.
I'm showing you what's been admitted as State's Exhibit number 2.7. Do you recognize this picture?
Yes, sir, I do.
What is that picture?
That's the Milwaukee brand knife.
Did you return to that same general area the following day, Saturday, December the 3rd?
I did.
For what purpose?
To look in the ditch lines, that logging road traveled for a mile or better back and made a loop back into Barrington Ferry Road, just to see if there was any other items that we could find and have the advantage of daylight.
Did you yourself find anything of interest?
I did not.
Was Philip McCallum present during the time you were there?
Not when I was there originally. Earlier in the day, he was not.
Later?
Yes,
Earlier?
sir. Later in the day.
And did he make a discovery?
He did.
And did you go to the location of where he made that discovery?
I did.
And when you got to that location, what did you observe?
That he had discovered a right leg in a wooded area as he went to a food plot to put out corn for hunting.
And what did you do after he discovered the right leg?
When I responded on scene, I contacted Agent Sains with GBI, advised him of the discovery, also contacted McIntosh County because we were in the McIntosh County jurisdiction at that time.
Now, when you were there the day before on December 2nd, do you recall having a conversation with Special Agent Sands?
In reference to?
Who was going to be the lead agency? Who was going to assist?
Correct.
Do you recognize Agent Sands in the courtroom?
I do.
Where is he seated?
He's sitting right there, prosecution table in the middle.
And you, acting as a representative of the Laramie County Sheriff's Office, requested the GBI to do what?
For any type of investigative assistance and to become lead agency in the investigation.
Now, as you stood by the right leg found by Mr. McCaller, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, how long did you remain with that leg?
I would say probably I was on scene for maybe about an hour and a half, 2 hours, best I can recall.
And you remained with the leg until what happened?
Until the county coroner arrived.
And what happened then?
He collected it and transported it to the morgue.
Did you then have occasion on Monday, December 5th, to return to that area?
I did.
For what purpose?
Agent Sands had organized a search with cadaver dogs for the area.
And did you participate in that search?
I did.
Did you find anything?
After the cadaver dogs had cleared the area where Philip McCullough had discovered the leg, the canine handlers advised that it was safe for us to walk through there without contaminating any scent trails or anything that they would be interested in. And we began just searching the grounds, walking through in a semi-grid pattern, found a disturbed area of dirt that appeared to be done by some type of tool consistent with a shovel mark.
And where was that disturbed area of dirt?
I believe the logging road was named Branson Place, and this was the food plot. It's like an improved road where they were where Philip McCullough was putting the corn out for the deer.
And that disturbed area of dirt was in what relationship to where the right leg had been found?
In like an approximation of feet or yards.
Yes.
I would say it's probably between 20 and 50 yards from where the leg was discovered.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness throughout his testimony?
Yes, sir.
I'm showing you now what's marked as State's Exhibit number 210A. Do you recognize that?
I do.
What is that a picture of?
A picture of me pointing to the disturbed area on the ground.
I'm showing you now State's Exhibit number 210B.
Yes, sir.
What is that?
That's a close-up image of the disturbed area on the ground.
And where do you see the disturbed area in that photograph?
In the middle where the dirt's overturned and on top of the pine straw and leaves.
Any items in there that appear to be cut or damaged?
There was some roots here in the middle that were cut.
Do they fairly and accurately depict the disturbed area of dirt as you've testified?
They do.
I'll tender at this time State's Exhibit 210A and 210B.
Any objection? No objection. They're both admitted.
Just to keep it simple, may the witness step down and publish these to the jury?
Yes, sir.
He'll come down here to Detective Ross. And we'll do it on both ends of the jury box. I'm showing you first State's Exhibit number 210. Describe for the jury what this picture shows.
That's me standing off the area. This was to the left here is where basically an improved trail, like a fire break that had been used several times for them to plant a food plot in. And that's the area of disturbed dirt that is overturned and sitting on top of the pine straw.
All right, here's State's Exhibit 210B.
And this is the area of disturbed dirt where the dirt is on top of the pine straw and leaves. And right here in the middle, there is a root that has been cut on one end that's kind of pried up, sticking out of the ground.
And if you do the same thing on the other end, starting with 210A.
And again, you can see the dirt on top of the pine straw and stuff that was sitting on top of the ground.
And 210B.
And kind of a ditch line here, and that's the piece of root right there.
Thank you. You have a seat. On the day, that same day, December 5th, 2022, were you present when the canines found an object?
Correct, I was.
And what object was that was found?
I believe it was the left leg.
Was there any damage to the foot on that leg?
There was a presence of insect and animal activity.
And what did you do with respect to the discovery of the leg?
I just responded to the location, waited on Special Agent Brett Dickerson to come. He was there with us as well.
And when Investigator Dickerson arrived, was the leg in the same condition as it was when you first observed it?
Yes, sir.
Was there a discovery made shortly after the left leg was discovered?
Yes, sir, there was.
And what was that?
A gray Sterilite brand container.
Did you see it?
I did.
Did you look inside of it?
I did.
What was inside?
There was a mixture of a brownish red liquid and leaf material.
Did you return to this same general area on Wednesday, December 7th, 2022?
I did.
For what purpose?
To conduct another search, follow-up search with one of the cadaver dogs. Their team had decided, after reviewing the locations they had traveled, any areas of interest that the dogs might have shown interest in a scent trail, for us to continue looking and also to look manually on the ground just by walking around for anything that might be of interest, any items of evidence.
Did you find anything?
I did.
What did you find?
A human head.
What led to the discovery of the head?
Driving down again, I believe the road's called Branson Place. It's not an official road. It's like a logging trail. Driving down, looking in the ditch line, it was getting dusk, and there was among the planted pines on the edge of the road, there's a live oak tree. And I was using that to kind of block the sun out of my eyes, and when I could look between that tree and another tree next to it, there appeared to be an area of disturbed dirt behind it that stood out from the rest, as it didn't have the same amount of leaf covering and stuff on it.
So I'm showing you now what's marked as State's Exhibit number 2.16. Do you recognize that?
I do.
What is that a picture of?
That's a picture of my vehicle near the oak tree, along with a yellow evidence marker by an area of disturbed dirt.
Who put that evidence marker there?
I did.
And what is the evidence marker depicting?
That's the location where the head was located.
And does this photograph fairly and accurately depict the scene as you found it that day?
It does.
I'm showing you now what's marked as State's Exhibit number 2.17. Do you recognize that picture?
I do.
What's that a picture of?
A picture of a human head.
Had it been touched or handled in any way at the time that photograph was taken?
Yes, sir. At the time this photograph was taken, we had tried to remove some of the loose dirt, as it was kind of sandy, loose soil, and once we got to a point where the dirt wasn't freely falling off, we relocated it to a body bag.
And I'm showing you now State's Exhibit 2.18 and ask you if you can identify that.
I can.
What is it?
It's the same head.
Is it any different than the previous picture?
In this one, we opened the eyes to see the eye color.
And what color are those eyes?
In this picture, they're brown.
And can you recognize a nose and a mouth?
Not clearly, no, sir.
And does this photograph fairly and accurately depict the head that you found?
Yes, sir, it does.
So I'll tender at this time States Exhibit 216, 217, and 218.
It is,
No objection, Judge.
so if you're all admitted.
And I would request at this time they be published to the jury via the system.
You may.
All right, do you see anything on your monitor?
No, sir, I do not.
Give me just a minute, Mr. Gregg, it's gonna show up on the big TV. It'll be just a second.
That's fine. If you let me know when something appears on your screen.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I'm having to get Miss Tiffany because the big screen has to be unplugged in order for it not to show on.
Okay.
So it doesn't show on. Just.
All right, sir, I have a picture.
All right. Describe for the jury what evidence exhibit number that is.
It is 2.16.
And describe what that photograph shows.
That is me standing off in the planted pines, facing back towards my vehicle on the roadway, and the yellow evidence marker in the foreground, the disturbed dirt, is the location where the head was discovered.
All right, if we can publish the next exhibit. Do you see that on your screen?
Yes, sir.
What exhibit number is that?
2.17
What does it depict?
is a human head with dirt.
The same head you testified that you discovered?
That's correct.
State's exhibit, the next exhibit, please. Do you see it on your screen?
Yes, sir, I do.
What's the exhibit number?
2.18.
And describe what the jurors are seeing.
The same human head, this time with the eyes a little bit more open to see the eye color.
All right, thank you. You may turn it off. Now, you worked in concert investigating this case with Investigator Sands.
That is correct.
And on May the 5th, 2023, were warrants obtained.
I'm not sure exactly the date, but that sounds close to the right around the time that warrants were secured
For what offense?
for murder.
And who was named as the suspect in that warrant?
Nicholas Kassotis, aka Nicholas Stark.
After that arrest warrant was obtained, was the defendant arrested?
He was.
Approximately how long after the warrants were obtained?
I believe it was May 12th. I believe was the day he was arrested. So just within a few days, maybe about a week.
And on May 13th, 2023, did you accompany Agent Sands to Lancaster, Pennsylvania?
I did.
What was in Lancaster, Pennsylvania?
Mr. Kassotis.
And where was he up there?
He was in the Lancaster State Prison.
Is that a pretrial detention facility or not?
They have a facility for that inside the prison.
And why did you and Agent Sands go to that location?
To attempt to conduct an interview with Mr. Kassotis.
When you met with the defendant, did you inform him of any rights?
They were advised to him by Agent Sands.
In your presence?
That's correct.
I'm showing you now what's marked in States Exhibit 2.19. Can you identify that?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
It's a waiver of rights form.
Pertaining to who?
Nicholas Killian James Stark.
And can you inform the jury what rights he was advised of before your interview took place?
Yes, sir. I have the right to remain silent. Anything I say can be used against me in a court of law. I have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with me while I am being questioned. If I cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent me before any questioning if I wish. I can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements.
Did he appear to understand those rights?
Yes, sir, I did.
Did he indicate whether or not he wished to waive those rights by signing that document?
He did.
Did he do that in your presence?
Yes, sir, he did.
And does this fairly and accurately, is this a copy of the Miranda form that you used to advise the defendant in this case of his Miranda warning rights?
Yes, sir.
And I'll tender it this time, States Exhibit 2.19.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
It is admitted.
If you will, describe the area where this interview took place.
It was in a room inside the prison. There was a table, a couple of chairs, small window, and a couple of doors.
Was he allowed to be seated?
Yes, sir, he was.
Were you and Agent Sands sitting also?
Yes, sir, we were.
Was the defendant wearing handcuffs?
Not during that time, no, sir.
Did you or Agent Sands have weapons that were visible?
No, sir.
Did you ascertain his level of education?
Agent Sands did, yes, sir.
And what did he report was his highest level of education?
I believe he graduated as a Juris Doctorate.
An attorney?
Yes, sir.
Did he appear to be injured in any way whatsoever?
He did not.
Did he appear to be under the influence of alcohol or drugs to any degree whatsoever?
No, sir, he did not.
Was there anything unusual about his appearance?
No, sir.
Was he cooperative?
He was.
Can you describe his demeanor?
He was very calm, even keeled. He didn't show a lot of emotion, just answered questions and was openly speaking with us.
Did he seem to be aware of the circumstances surrounding this interview?
Yes, sir.
When you spoke to him, were his answers to you and Agent Sands responsive to the questions that were being asked?
Yes, sir, they were.
At any time did he invoke his right to remain silent?
No, sir, he did not.
At any time did he invoke his right to speak only with an attorney present?
No, sir, he did not.
Was there any offer of hope, of reward, or benefit in exchange for him giving a statement?
No, sir, it was not.
Was he promised any leniency in treatment if he gave a statement?
No, sir, he was not.
Was he threatened or coerced in any way whatsoever to give a statement?
No, sir, he was not.
And was this interview recorded?
It was.
How?
Audio recording.
There's no video of this interview?
No, sir.
For how long did the defendant stay in the state of Pennsylvania?
I believe he was there for a period of at least 2 weeks. I believe when he came back to Georgia was May 26th.
All right, before I move on to that, I'm showing you now State's Exhibit number 2.20. Do you recognize that?
Yes, sir, I do.
What is that?
It's a Georgia Bureau of Investigation waiver of constitutional rights to search warrant of a person.
And what does that seek to obtain?
On here, it's requesting a saliva sample,
And what was the date?
5/13 of 23.
And was the defendant requested to provide a sample of his saliva?
Yes, sir, it was.
And did he agree to do that?
He did.
Were there any threats or promises?
No, sir, there was not.
Did he appear to freely and voluntarily consent to the seizure of the sample of his saliva?
Yes, sir, he did.
And was that sample obtained in your presence?
It was obtained in my presence, yes, sir.
In the State's Exhibit number 2.20, a fair and accurate copy of the original consent form?
Yes, sir, it is.
I'll tender at this time State's Exhibit number 2.20.
All right, it's admitted.
And the date on this form is what?
5/13 of 23.
So that's when you were still up in Pennsylvania.
Correct.
Sometime later, the defendant was returned to the state of Georgia. Is that correct?
That's correct.
On about May 26, 2023, did you come in contact with the defendant here in Liberty County?
Yes, sir, I did.
For what purpose?
To conduct a follow-up interview.
I'm showing you now what's marked the State's Exhibit number 2.21 and ask if you can identify that.
Yes, sir.
What's that a picture of?
Mr. Kassotis.
Is that how he appeared on May 26, 2023?
Yes, sir.
Is there a fair and accurate copy of the way he appeared that day?
Yes, sir, it is.
I'll tender at this time State's Exhibit number 2.21.
No objection, Your Honor. It is admitted.
Why did you come in contact with him again on May 26th?
To conduct a follow-up interview.
Were you alone or with anyone?
I was with Special Agent Sands again.
And before that interview took place, did you advise the defendant of any rights
Special Agent Sands did again, yes, sir.
in your presence?
Yes, sir.
I'm showing you now what's marked as State's Exhibit 2.22. Do you recognize that?
Yes, sir, I do.
What is that?
It's a waiver of rights form.
And can you inform the jury what rights he was advised of prior to that interview taking place?
Yes, sir. I have the right to remain silent. Anything I say can be used against me in a court of law. I have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with me while being questioned. If I cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent me before any questioning if I wish. I can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statement.
Did he appear to understand those rights as he was being informed?
Yes, sir, he did.
Did he indicate on that form whether he agreed to waive those rights?
He did.
How did he indicate that?
He signed.
In your presence?
Yes, sir.
I can't remember, is this tendered already or not? 222. Is it a fair and accurate copy of the original Miranda warning rights as given by Agent Sands to the defendant?
Yes, sir, it is.
I'll tender State's Exhibit 2.22.
No objection. It's admitted.
Where did that interview take place?
At the Liberty County Jail in the CID building in an interview room.
Can you describe the area where the interview took place?
Yes, sir. It's a room with a table and a couple of chairs in it.
Was the defendant allowed to be seated?
Yes, sir, he was.
Were you and Agent Sands seated?
Yes, sir, we were.
Did he appear to be under the influence of alcohol or drugs?
He did not.
Did he appear to be injured in any way whatsoever?
He did not.
Did you or Agent Sands have weapons that were visible?
On that day, I cannot recall if we had our weapons out of the holsters and put up, or our holsters were just present or not.
They were never removed from holsters?
No, sir, not in the room.
Was there anything unusual about his appearance or his behavior?
No, sir.
Was he cooperative?
He was.
Can you describe his demeanor during that interview?
Very calm, unemotional, and responsive to question.
Did he seem to be aware of his surroundings?
He did.
Did he seem to understand what was happening?
Yes, sir.
When you spoke to him and Agent Sands spoke to him, were his answers responsive to the questions?
Yes, sir, they were.
At any time did he invoke his right to remain silent?
No, sir, I did not.
At any time did he invoke his right to speak only with an attorney being present?
No, sir, he did not.
Was he offered any hope of reward or benefit in exchange for making a statement?
No, sir, he was not.
Was he promised any lenient treatment in exchange for him making a statement?
No, sir, he was not.
Was he threatened or coerced in any way whatsoever?
No, sir, he was not.
And was this interview recorded?
Yes, sir, it was.
How was it recorded?
Both audio and video recorded.
This time the state is tendering a number of certified with the business records, and they come with a certificate of authenticity. They've been shown to Mr. Weinstein. And I'm moving to admit at this time State's Exhibit number 2.26A and 2.26B, 2.26C, 2.23, 2.24, 2.25, 2.25A, and 2.25B.
Any objection?
Can I just say those
Yes, sir.
before we move in? Sure. Thank you. No objection, Your Honor.
All right, the exhibits are admitted without objection.
Before we get into the exhibits, can you describe for the jury what investigative steps were taken to try to develop a lead as to who the offender was?
We looked at the evidence that we had. I knew from just personal experience shopping and from a previous case dealing with Home Depot loss prevention, Milwaukee brand and Husky brand were ones that were sold at those stores. So I had the SKU number was still on the Husky box. So I took that SKU and a picture of the knife and sent it to loss prevention for Home Depot and requested any purchases in the area of the last couple of months of a combination of those two items with other items or just with that items individually.
And when you're talking about the knife, you're referring to the knife as depicted in State's Exhibit 2.7?
That's correct.
I'm showing you now what's marked as State's Exhibit number 2.25. Can you identify what that is?
It's a business records affidavit.
Attached to what?
Attached to a response with a list of sales of items and customer information.
Was that based on an inquiry you made with Home Depot?
That is correct.
And what does that item, that business record, show?
It shows purchases of the Milwaukee knife.
Does it identify the purchaser?
Yes, sir, it does.
By what name?
Just by name.
And what name is on that document? Is there more than one name?
There is.
Is the defendant's name on that document?
Yes, sir, it is.
And it indicates what?
Nicholas Kassotis.
Does it? Go ahead.
Gives a date, 11/29 of 2022. Gives a time of 8:56 a.m. and gives a store number of 170, a registration number, transaction type, and the tender type, and the amount paid.
All right, I'm showing you at this time what's marked as State's Exhibit 2.23. Can you identify that document?
Yes, sir. It's also the business records affidavit
From what business?
from Home Depot.
And what does Exhibit 2.23 show?
It is a Home Depot receipt for August 16th of 2022.
For a purchase of what?
It has Clorox paper towel wipes, Gorilla Glue, reusable latex gloves, scented cinnamon broom, a caulkbacker, folding razors, and a putty knife, and a Coke Zero.
Let's go back to that last Home Depot business record, State's Exhibit number 225. I'm showing you now what's marked as State's number 2.26. Can you identify that?
Yes, sir. The top one is the business records affidavit from Home Depot.
And what is attached?
Spreadsheet with the purchases of the knife from customers from period of October to December from stores on the I-95 corridor from Brunswick to Charleston.
And on that document is the defendant's name. Does it appear?
Yes, sir, it does. This document here, I'm sorry, is actually the list of items he purchased that Nicholas Kassotis purchased from Home Depot.
On what date?
It has a date range of August 6th through December 29th on this.
I'm showing you now what's marked as State's 2.26. Can you identify that?
That appears to be the same form.
Okay. Just in a different format.
Correct.
Showing you now what's marked as State's 2.26. Can you identify that?
Yes, sir. Also the business records affidavit for Home Depot. And it is a receipt for November 29th, 2022 for a Milwaukee smooth blade insulation knife.
That's that same orange handle knife that has been referred to earlier.
Correct. It also has an image on it as well.
And the image was taken from where?
From Home Depot.
Surveillance video?
Correct. Would you like all these?
Yes. Do you recognize the person who's depicted in this surveillance video attached to that exhibit?
Yes, sir. It's Mr. Kassotis.
Do you see anything under his arm?
It appears to be a Milwaukee knife.
I'm showing you now what's marked as states exhibit 2.23. Can you identify that?
Yes, sir. It's a business records affidavit, also from Home Depot.
And what does that record show?
It shows purchases, the ones I read earlier, 75 count Clorox towel wipes, Gorilla Super Glue, latex gloves, cinnamon broom, caulkbecker, folding utility knife, flexible putty knife, and a Coke Zero.
And on what date were those items purchased?
That was purchased August 16th of 2022.
At what store?
That would be the 1901 East Victory Drive in Savannah, Georgia.
I'm showing you now what's marked as states exhibit number 2.24. Can you identify that?
Yes, sir. The business records affidavit from Home Depot.
And what does it show?
Shows a purchase date of November 4th, 2022 at the 11180 Abercorn Street Extension, Savannah, Georgia store. And it shows an anvil D-handle digging shovel and another item, fiberglass hammer, 20-ounce fiberglass hammer.
And the date of that purchase?
Was November 4th,
In which
2022.
Which store?
It's 11180 Abercorn Street, Savannah, Georgia. Also an image attached to it.
What is the image?
Appears to be Mr. Kassotis walking out of the store with a shovel.
That's taken from the surveillance system of that store.
That's correct.
And of course, for the jury's benefit, they will have all of these items submitted as evidence out with them in the jury deliberation room. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm showing you now what's marked as states exhibit number 2.25A. Do you recognize that?
It's a state of Missouri, the County of Greene business records affidavit.
What does it depict?
Custodian records for Bass Pro. And there's a receipt attached to it, but the print's too small to make out.
And has that print been enlarged in states exhibit number 2.25B?
That is consistent with the format, yes, sir.
And what does that show?
It shows a purchase from the Savannah store on November 28, 2022. And it's a Pursuit 7-piece knife set.
And based on learning that that 7-piece knife set had been purchased from Bass Pro, what, if anything, did you do?
I requested a copy of this and any other information that had reference to this purchase. And I was also requested to go and buy one of the 7-piece knife kits.
Did you?
Yes, sir, I did.
I'm showing you now what's marked as State's Exhibit number 2.25C. Do you recognize that?
I do.
How do you recognize it?
That's my handwriting on the evidence bag.
And what's inside that evidence bag?
The 7-piece knife kit.
And when you placed it in that bag, was the bag sealed by you?
Yes, sir, it was.
Was the knife set in a new condition when you placed it in the bag?
Yes, sir, it was.
Had it ever been used by you?
No, sir, it had not.
At this time, would you unseal that bag in the presence of the jury? You just removed the box. Describe that box.
It's got orange writing, white writing, got a picture of 4 different knives, a sharpener, a nylon carry bag, and a saw.
And are those knives inside that box?
It feels like it has some contents in it.
Does the box appear to be in the same or similar condition as when you packaged it?
Yes, sir, it does.
I'll tender at this time the State's Exhibit number 2.25C. During the course of your investigation, did you research the recall history of the defendant's 2022 Ford Explorer?
I did.
Did you have access to that vehicle purchase information?
I did.
Did you have access to the VIN on that vehicle?
I did.
And were you able to search for recalls using that unique VIN?
Yes, sir, I did.
And what was the result of your research?
The only recall I could locate was one for a rear bolt failure that would cause the vehicle to roll out apart.
And how recently did you perform that search?
Just last night.
Did you find any evidence of recalls for engine fires for that vehicle?
No, sir, I did not.
I think there's a matter we need to take up outside of the presence of the jury briefly.
Okay. Are you asking that they be excused, or can we handle this?
They need to be excused.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please step out just a minute.
I don't.
All right, everyone, please be seated. Yes, sir, Mr. McCollum.
So this will be simpler than I anticipated. Mr. Hershey yesterday was asked about a vehicle recall. He was asked, are you familiar that in August of 2024, Ford recalled 85,000 Ford Explorer SUVs for engine fires over the period of manufacture from 2020 to 2022? My intent was to tender this State's Exhibit number 2.52 that we obtained from the internet. I believe that's where the information came from. And it's my understanding that Mr. Weinstein will not object to me tendering this as an exhibit.
And just to clarify, I don't recall exactly where that information came from that I got yesterday, but I do not object to the state tendering this exhibit.
All right, then, problem solved.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Where's our,
Can you step out and ask him?
yeah, if you would, go ahead and ask him to come back in. That's what you need. All right, everyone, please be seated. Counsel, you may continue.
While the jury is in the courtroom, the state will tender to Exhibit 2.52.
6.52, I understand there's no objection.
No objection.
All right, it's admitted without objection.
I'm showing this to you, Detective Frost, Exhibit 2.52. Do you recognize that?
Yes, sir.
Where did that come from?
It's a screenshot from my computer.
Would you read the contents of that to the jury, please?
Ford Motor Company, August 16th, Reuters. Ford Motor Company is recalling about 85,000 Explorer SUVs equipped with a police interceptor utility package over concerns of an engine fire, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said Friday. In the event of a motor failure, oil and fuel may be released into the engine compartment and accumulate near ignition sources, possibly resulting in fire, the regulator said. There's also a blurb for stay up to date, the latest news trends. That's just Reuters. The recall affects SUVs from model years 2020 to 2022, equipped with a 3.3 liter hybrid and gasoline engines.
So you have the purchase documents of the vehicle that was sold to the defendant in this case. Is
They're in
that
the
correct?
file. Yes, sir.
Did that vehicle purchased by this defendant have a police interceptor package?
Not according to the bill of sale, no, sir.
Did it have a 3.3 liter hybrid engine?
No, sir, it did not.
That's all the questions I have.
All right, Mr. Weston?
Good morning, Investigator Frost.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Doug Weinstein. I represent Mr. Kassotis,
Yes, sir.
as I'm sure you well know.
Good.
So I understand that you are employed by the folks at this table, right? You're
That-
employed by the DA's office right now?
That is correct, sir.
Okay. But you formerly were with the Liberty County Sheriff's Office.
That is correct, sir.
At the time you were doing this investigation, were you with the Liberty County Sheriff's Office then?
I was.
And then
sir.
you, I'm sorry, I'll let you finish the question,
Yes, sir, I was.
finish the answer. And then you subsequently became employed with the DA's office, which is where you're working right now, correct?
That is correct, sir.
All right. Let me ask you about that Milwaukee knife that you found at the scene. Now, you mentioned Mr. Kassotis purchasing a Milwaukee knife at Home Depot, correct?
That's correct.
And it was the same model knife, right?
Correct.
But you have no way of knowing if that is the same knife, correct?
That is correct.
As far as you know, it could be a completely different knife.
That is correct.
And because of a previous investigation, I guess you'd been a part of, you went to Home Depot looking for that Milwaukee knife, correct?
That is correct.
Did you go to City Electric Supply looking for that knife?
No, sir, I did not.
Did you go to Savannah Rubber Conveyor looking for that knife?
No, sir, I did not.
Did you go to Ferguson Enterprises to look for that knife?
No, sir, I did not.
Did you go to Whitecap to look for that knife?
No, sir, I did not.
What about LGG Industrial?
No, sir, I did not.
Savannah Wire and Electric?
No, sir, I did not.
Berwick Ace Hardware?
No, sir, I did not.
None of those places.
No, sir, I did not.
Well, what about Train Technologies?
No, sir, I did not.
United Refrigeration?
No, sir, I did not.
Did you go to Triple J Mechanical?
No, sir, I did not.
Did you go to Sandpiper Supply?
No, sir, I did not.
Did you go to Johnstone Supply?
No, sir, I did not.
Contractors Depot?
No, sir, I did not.
Motion Industrial?
No, sir, I did not.
Gray Bar Electric?
No, sir, I did not.
The Krager Company?
No, sir, I did not.
Savannah Tool House?
No, sir, I did not.
Can't read my own writing, I'm sorry. Did you go to Granger?
No, sir, I did not.
Southern Pipe and Supply?
No, sir, I did not.
Baker Distributing?
No, sir, I did not.
U.S. Tool Group in Garden,
No, sir,
Georgia?
no, sir, I did not.
Southside Ace?
No, sir, I did not.
Triple J Mechanical?
No, sir, I did not.
Did you do a search online, or did you do any kind of search to see who else other than Home Depot was a distributor for Milwaukee Tools?
I did.
And what did you find when you
The
looked
knife
online?
was commonly sold at other places as well.
But you searched in none of those other places, is that
Mm.
correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Why didn't you search in those other places?
The only reason why I searched at Home Depot first and only was because of the combination of that being found next to the Husky tote, and I knew Husky was also a brand that Home Depot carried.
Okay, but you had no interest in checking out any of those other places where that Milwaukee tool could have been sold?
I did.
You mentioned that you were present in Lancaster, Pennsylvania on May the 13th, 2023, during that initial interview with Mr. Kassotis.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
And you said that Mr. Kassotis was calm, correct?
That's correct.
He was even-keeled, correct?
Correct.
And I believe you said he openly discussed the case with you.
That's correct.
And he was responsive to all your questions.
Yes, sir, he was.
He didn't invoke his rights under the Constitution, correct?
Correct.
But he's a lawyer. He was aware of those rights. He was aware he did not have to speak to you, correct?
That's correct.
And yet he still talked to you about this case.
Yes, sir, he did.
On May the 26th here in Georgia, when he got down here, again, you were present when he was being interviewed or interrogated then, correct?
That's correct.
And then again, he was calm, right?
That's correct.
And he was cooperative, correct?
That's correct.
And he was responsive.
Correct.
He still had his law degree then, right? So he was still a lawyer.
To my knowledge, that's correct.
You made him aware of his constitutional rights as you testified, right?
That was Agent Sands, but yes, sir, I was present for it.
And I certainly hope as a lawyer that he was aware of those rights. And again, you knew he was a lawyer, correct?
To my knowledge, yes, sir, he was.
Okay. Yet he still discussed the case with you.
That's correct.
Okay. Do you own a car?
I do.
Have you ever had have any of your cars or trucks ever been subject to recall?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So, and you may or may not be familiar with this, but you know, recalls, they sometimes spread. They'll start out with a small recall, and then over time, more and more vehicles will get recalled, correct?
I'm unaware how they work, sir.
You know, for example, do you recall the Takeda airbag recall from years ago?
I've heard of it, yes, sir.
You know, that was a Marietta lawyer that got that started, but that aside, that began in 2006. I don't know if you remember the exact year, but you recall it was some time ago, right?
Yes, sir.
And are you aware that, for example, on the Takeda airbag recall, that over time, more and more and more vehicles were recalled? Do you remember reading about that?
I believe I heard it was quite a number of vehicles that were recalled.
Okay. So it's not unusual that recalls can spread over time from the initial recall, correct?
Correct.
Begging the court's indulgence.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Oh, excuse me, one last question, then
Yes,
I'll
sir.
let you go. Or at least I will. The purchase of the shovel, when was that again?
Without looking at the receipt, best of my recollection, it was November 4th, 2022.
So November 4th, 2022. And how far in advance of that, how far in advance of finding Mindi Kassotis was November 4th, 2022?
We discovered her on December 2nd, 2022.
Okay. So
Almost.
roughly, can I say approximately a month?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have a shovel?
Yes, sir, I did.
Did you purchase it?
I did.
Okay. I've got no more questions.
Yes, sir.
No question.
All right, thank you, sir. You can step down.